Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rugby News, and today on the news, the Premiership has a new format for the coming seasons. There is an update from the Lion squad. Harlequins have found themselves a new coach, and there is also a transfer update towards the end of the video. So let's get straight into the news. So the first news story today is that Harlequins have announced a new head coach. Yep, the Premiership champions after beating Exeter, who haven't had a proper head coach, have had an interim, of course, have signed Toby Matson as their new head coach. He has come from New Zealand, the under-20s squad for New Zealand. That's who he was coaching most recently. He has also coached Bath before as well, under the reign of Todd Blackadder. He has played for New Zealand, and actually he's played for Fiji as well before too. And I think this could be good for Quins. I mean, I don't know too much about him and his coaching credibilities. Most of his coaching work has been done in the Southern Hemisphere, so I'm not ultimately too much in the know about his appointment. But what I do know is that Harlequins have such a good team at the moment, and where they came from as well after Paul Gustard left. And if he can come in and he can come in and he doesn't need to steady a ship, he doesn't need to reinvent anything, he can just come in and put full steam ahead into next season and push them even further to not just winning the league, but maybe going further in Europe, even topping the league, as they only finished fourth this season. So yeah, Harlequins have signed Toby Matson as their head coach. Decent appointment from what I know. He was good with the under-20s in New Zealand, but it is looking good for Harlequins, and everything is on the up for them after such a good season. They have signed Toby Matson as their new head coach. The next story is an update from the Lions camp. So of course the squad has changed. As we know, Alan Wynne-Jones and Justin Tipuric both got injured in the game against Japan recently. So they have obviously had to be replaced. Now the replacements were Josh Navidi replacing Justin Tipuric, and Adam Beard replacing Alan Wynne-Jones. Now, two Welshies for two Welshies. Adam Beard's a shock. People thought that James Ryan would be picked, but the reason why James Ryan wasn't picked is because of injury worries. Now, he is playing for Ireland in their upcoming tests, but injury worries, as in his body probably wasn't ready enough to play the Lions. Apparently, Gatland did call him, and that was the conversation they had. But as well as that, another update from the Lions squad is that Alan Wynne-Jones, as much as he did get injured and dislocate his shoulder against Japan, he might still be coming back, and he might still be fit for the end of the tour. So for maybe the last test or the second test against South Africa, he might be back after some scans he's had recently. It has been said that the scans aren't as bad as first initially thought, and that his road to recovery could be much quicker than initially expected, and that he might, this is a might, it's not for certain, but it's a might, possibly be fit for some of the tests against South Africa. Now, of course, that's amazing news because he is the Lions captain, or was the Lions captain. Of course, now it's Conor Murray, but he was the Lions captain, and he would have started, and he would have added so much more to the Lions squad. I mean, they could probably still cope without him, of course, because there's still good players in there, but he would just add a little bit more, especially in that experience category, and in the leadership as well. So it would be great if he was to come back, but of course, it's only a possibility, but you never know what could happen these days. He might be back, you never know. So, for the biggest news of the week, and that is that the Premiership is having a massive shake-up for the next couple of seasons. So the Premiership is going to be expanding to a 14-team league from the 2022-23 season. So basically, they're going to be expanding, and there's not going to be any relegation from this upcoming season from 2021-22 and 2022-23, while they catch up to get up to 14 teams. So of course, next season it's going to be 13 teams. Of course, Saracens got re-promoted to the Premiership, and they're going to be playing 13 teams with the 12 that were in it last season and the 13th, which is Saracens. And then there will be no relegation because, of course, they're going to make it 14 teams. So the Championship teams will be playing, fighting off for that final spot in the new 14-team league. And from 2022-23, there will be 14 teams. Now, that 2022-23 season, in that first season where there is 14 teams, there isn't going to be any relegation, and Premiership Rugby have basically said they're doing this so that they get used to the format. Now, for me, I don't know why they need to get used to the format, because it's 14 teams. The only real change is there's 2 more teams, which means 1 more extra game every weekend, which is good for fans, of course. But I don't know why they need to get used to the format. But from the 2023-24 season onwards, there will be some form of relegation, but it will be in basis of a playoff match. So basically, the 14th team in the Premiership will play the winner of the Championship. They'll go head to head. Don't know whether it will be a double leg home and away or whether it will be played at Twickenham for a one-legged match. But the winner of that will stay in the Premiership or go up to the Premiership from the Championship. So it's all changed in the Premiership. And my quick thoughts on this: it is a change that I was expecting, but yet not expecting, because I was expecting the Premiership Rugby to change the format. They were talking about scrapping relegation for ages, making it a 13-team league, just a 13 PRL teams in the league, but it's actually not that bad because they haven't properly scrapped relegation. They've made it a playoff, which is probably a better way to go around it, because then the teams that come up from the Championship don't immediately get battered, and you don't have some amazing teams going down to the Championship like Saracens did and just wiping the floor with them all. So it's fair. And then again, if a team gets into the playoff from the Premiership and loses, then they deserve to go down at the end of the day. And if the Championship team wins that playoff, they deserve to go up. So really, it's a bit fair, and it's quite a good format. I agree with it quite a lot, and that is some major news from the Premiership, and it's actually, from my point of view, quite some good news from the Premiership. Bit annoying we're not going to have relegation for the next couple of years, but we're building up to a better league, hopefully, and a better system as well. So finally, for the last part of this video, a transfer update. Now, there's been a couple of transfers that have gone through. Worcester, we'll start off with Worcester. Worcester have signed another Scottish line. Of course, they've signed Duhan van der Merwe earlier in the season. They have now gone on and signed Rory Sutherland as a new player for them. Now, Worcester are doing some really good signings at the moment. Rory Sutherland is just another one to add to the list. It's a brilliant signing for Worcester. And also in the transfer news, Wasps have signed now, excuse me if I get this name wrong, but Wasps have signed Vea Fafita from the Hurricanes from next season. Fafita, who is an All Black, a Kiwi, and has won Super Rugby with the Hurricanes before, and it's a pretty decent signing, a good forward, and it will be good to see him in Wasps colours, and I'm sure that is going to be a very good signing for Wasps. So yeah, they are the transfers. That's the transfer update, not too much, but just a couple of things that have happened this week in the transfers. But yeah, they are all the major news stories. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, I will happily do them, and hopefully, I mean, I'm not very good with schedules, but hopefully one a week of these will possibly come out. So thank you all for watching. If you like the video, drop a like, and that will let me know whether I should do any more videos like this. And also in the comments, just let me know what videos you want me to do, or just drop me a message on Twitter or on Instagram. The links will be in the description down below. Hopefully I'll start doing some more videos as well, but I said that in the last video, which was about 2 months ago, so who knows? But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.